The Patriot's Guide led me to an understanding of the duality of polarity, the matrix of four, the duality of polarity. When I first conceptualized this idea, I thought it was my own, and then went on to realize that it was indeed so profound and so ancient that there was no way it could be my own. It is the matrix of four, the duality of polarity, is a thinking model that enables us to better perceive what's going on around us and our own consciousness. One example of a matrix of four is the four PaRDeS, PaRDeS. Now, there's a lot of allegory and story behind this model, but to summarize the lessons behind the four PaRDeS, or the four modes of paradise, called that because of the wording involved, the Hebrew roots of this word, and also the idea that understanding these concepts lead one to develop oneself so much that the doors of paradise open. There's, to every theology, religious story, spiritual presentation, and in fact, I find it also works for actuality in a very concrete sense and for intuition. But the lesson of the four PaRDeS, PaRDeS, presented in modes of theological interpretation. There are four modes of interpretation in the four PaRDeS. There's the literal interpretation, and monotheists are infamous for having one interpretation, most often enough literal. There's secondarily the allegorical. There's frequently allegorical interpretations allowed by religions, often enough not so much. But if you look into it, you can immediately, without much digging, find biological and astrological allegory in all of these lessons, and often allegorical constructs for much more. Thirdly is the comparative. So you have literal, allegorical, and comparative theological constructs. Comparative is done through many facets, but you can compare one lesson with another lesson via a correlation of sorts. And the fourth, last mode in that set of four is secretive. And so the secretive interpretations are often just that, right? But that set of four falls in line with many different constructs and offers a kind of beyond the pale way to see things. And I implore you to look into the four PaRDeS, or at least just understand that set of four. And of course, there's much more in my book, The Matrix of Four, and it's a really informative book, but the feedback I get is that it is firstly inspirational. So peace on earth. I hope that helps you.